Word on the streets, it's Bowlznbeatz. What's good, everybody? It's your girl Excelsia, and today I have the honor of interviewing Toronto-based rapper Raxx. Let's give it up for her.
Gang. How are you?
How are you?
I'm so good.
Thank you for being here. Honestly, it's an honor.
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited for you to be here.
Yes.
We're all just excited in here.
Everyone's excited.
So my first question is obvious.
Yeah.
Why Raxx? I love that.
Thank you. I kind of got the nickname Titties in high school because I've always had big boobs.
That's hilarious.
You can't see them right now because I thought I'd keep it PG.
Oh my
but
God.
yeah, it's to do with my boobies.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
Yeah.
I love it though because I can't tell if it's like a guy or a girl. When you just hear it, you're just like, oh, it's a rapper.
Yeah.
And I love that because you're already not categorizing yourself,
That's
you know?
so, yeah, some people think it's about money. Not yet. Eventually.
Manifesting it.
We're
right?
manifesting it.
And
Yeah.
did you always know you wanted to be a rapper, or was there like a specific moment in your life where you're like, I'm going to be a rapper?
I actually haven't been like rapping that long. Like since 2018, that's when I started to really take it seriously. I had a snowboard accident back when I was like 20, and my doctor was like, "Oh, like you should try poetry and da 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 da." So I was doing that for a while, and then it kind of turned into rapping. Like
I love that.
yeah, Young M.A. Like I studied kind of her flow, and yeah, like I released a video on Facebook, and then it kind of popped off, and here we are.
I love that's how you started though, because real rap is poetry.
It is.
Like we know that, right?
Absolutely. Some of the best poets are rappers.
Period.
Period.
And how do you feel like growing up in Toronto has influenced your music?
I actually did not grow up in Toronto. Dun dun dun.
Where'd you grow up?
I'm from Collingwood, Blue Mountain.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm like kind of like snowboard swaggy.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been in Toronto for 6-7 years now.
Okay, you've been here for a while. Okay, so
I'm,
how do you
I'm
feel like
considered a local. Yeah.
moving to Toronto has influenced your music?
Huge. Like originally coming here, like I came here for like film and photography, and kind of got into that scene and like started doing music videos. And that was kind of where it also started. Like I started being on set with music videos, big rappers, big artists, and seeing kind of the dynamic and how it worked. And I just really felt like that was something that I wanted to do, and then it kind of came into fruition. So
I love that.
yeah.
And when I go on your social media, I love that you have like no filter. You're always posting like funny ass shit. You say whatever the hell you want to say.
Yeah.
But do you feel like that backfires on you sometimes in this industry?
Sometimes, yeah. Like you always got to be careful of what you say, and like even if you say something like now and then a couple years down the road, because it's on the internet, it can come back to haunt you. But honestly, I'm a firm believer now, after COVID, just being your true self, and just when you're more authentic, I think people relate to you more. So kind of that's kind of my new vibe, because back before COVID, I felt like I was pretending to be something I wasn't. And now I'm kind of being more in myself, you know?
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, being alone like made you have to find yourself, right? So
Totally.
It's a pro and a con.
Yeah, and like actually, yeah, it was a crazy experience for everybody. Some people like it really helped their career, and then some people kind of it stopped their careers, right? So I'm just happy to be back doing live shows and getting back into the swing of things, right?
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna ask you something. Don't get nervous,
Oh, God.
because I ask every rapper who comes here to do this.
Yeah.
Can you do freestyling?
I can, but not like amazing. Like
No, that's fine. The fact that you
Yeah.
said I can, I've had
Yeah.
people here like, no.
I usually need a couple like shots in me.
Interesting. Do you think you can spit like 2 bars?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it.
All right. Out here, and my name is Raxx. Not good at freestyling, but I'm good at stating facts.
Ooh.
Just want to put my name on the map. Want to bring, I don't even know.
She gonna bring sexy back. No, I love that, because like when you talk your shit, you have to bring your shit to the table,
Right.
And you just show that you bring your shit to the table.
I do, right. And like that's the thing. I'm not like claiming to be a freestyler, but like there's a lot of times where I've released these songs where it's like we're in the studio and it's on the moment, and I'm writing and I'm just like brrr, and then we just kind of release it and we call that a freestyle. But there's definitely a lot of good freestyle female rappers, like
Absolutely.
Tia Banks, amazing.
Shout out to your banks.
Tia Banks. Paris. I don't know if Paris can freestyle, but probably she's the queen.
Spit, right?
Nana Goody, all those girls.
And speaking of Toronto artists, what do you think we're lacking in the city, and what do you think we're bringing?
That's That's a loaded question.
Right.
I think we're lacking support from everybody. Like, it's really annoying when everyone kind of doesn't want to see people win. I think it's kind of coming into change now because I think a lot of the females are taking it upon themselves to just be like let's get over this I'm better than her, blah, blah, blah bullshit. Like, let's just all work together and encourage each other and lift us up. But this is like screwface capital, right? Like, people don't want to see other people win. And yeah, I wish that would be better.
Well, that's what we're here for, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to create that platform where it's
Totally.
like we can all be at the top. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of room up there.
Everyone can eat, you know?
Exactly.
And like, there's right now, because like Rolling Loud's coming to Toronto and everything, a lot of eyes are on us, right?
Yeah.
And like, a lot of people are looking in on Toronto. And I mean, we've brought some of the biggest artists in history, like Drake, Justin Bieber, Weeknd, all these people, Jesse Reyes.
Yep.
So I think in the next coming years, like, it's going to change a lot with the amount of people that are going to be coming out of the city because there's so many talent. There's so much talent.
And on that note, I just want to say, like, so many people are bummed out that they didn't make the lineup for Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
But you made a good point. This attracted a lot of attention to the music scene.
Yeah.
So even if you didn't make it, it's all right. Like, your time to shine is now. Grind now. And, like, put out your best work now because people are watching.
And like, big up to everyone on that bill that made it, because like, I know so many people and they've worked hard to be there. There's one or two that shouldn't be on the bill, but I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Every festival, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just should give you that gas in your tank to like make you work harder. It definitely did for me. So you never know. Like, hopefully next year we're gonna manifest Raxx on the Rolling Loud bill.
And you're definitely showing that because you just dropped your new song on June 1st.
Yesterday,
All I need. Jeez. That's all I gotta say. I was listening to. I did not expect that.
Thank you.
And then I'm the kind of person who likes to listen to the lyrics. And listening to that, I was like, damn. Like, that was so raw. Like, I gotta applaud you for that. Like, you really put your truth out there.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten a lot of good feedback from that track, and it's only been out for not even 72 hours. So I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to like be so raw with this one?
I think kind of my branding is like, music is my therapy, totally, and like I went through a lot in the last 2 years. I was dating someone. Some crazy shit happened, and I stopped writing, and I found myself like pretty depressed and like stopped doing music, and I was in a funk, like a serious funk, and it definitely helps. It just helps you feel good about things, and it's just getting it out. Like, even when I say it's like, gotta let it out or I might go insane. Like, literally. And that's kind of what music is, and I like to help people as well, because I get so many DMs of people being like, yo, your music like touched me, and I've been through that, and exactly. Yeah.
Which was, I was just about to say, like, you mentioned in that song that you were in a couple abusive relationships. And I just want to applaud you first of all for getting out of that, because that's not easy, that's for sure. And what advice do you have to anybody who's in that position that they're like, I'm not strong enough to get out of this, or I'm not going to make it? Well,
first of all, you are strong enough to get out of it, and I mean, you're not alone. Like, 1 in 5 women, I think, get abused, and if you don't have a support system, like, there is outlets out there, like, you can Google all the things like that, you know, will help you in that sense. If not, DM me, I will help you. But it's just a matter of like taking it one day at a time, and like really telling yourself that you are worthy of some, like, not that, like, anytime someone puts their hands on you, like, dead that.
No shit.
Yeah.
And it's hard being a woman, not just like in life in general, but also in the music industry. Like, it's tough. Yeah. Like, on Spotify, can you believe there's only 21% of women as artists?
Yeah. No, I can believe it.
That's crazy. And only 12% of them write their music.
That's crazy.
Like, right? Like, there's so much talent out there. Fuck off.
Yeah. The good thing though, like, I think in these last little bit, like, I've really noticed in Toronto just the amount of females that are actually like coming out now, and I think that's really dope. And like, people are scared, like, they're scared to put themselves out there, especially because it's like really, it's a dark world out there, right? But you just gotta kind of look at it like, who gives a fuck what people think, and it all really doesn't matter. Like, just do what makes you happy, you know?
Yeah. And being a woman in the industry, like, you always have that double standard. It's either like they sexualize you, or you're not at the top because you're not sexualized enough. Like,
I don't know if you saw that tweet that a certain someone who is my guy, but I mean, I disagree with what he said.
Just spill the tea. Spill the tea.
Well, there was a tweet that was said that like all women have to work as hard as the men and blah blah blah, because the fans, if they're your fans, all they want to do is fuck you. Along those lines, okay. Anyway, me and him chatted it out about what that was accomplishing for him, and it was allegedly directed to one person. But I called him out. I called up the show. It was a live show. And I just wanted to hear him out. And I mean, like, I hear him in a sense where there's, like, this double standard for women. But, I mean, like, it's ridiculous. I think it's just people in general. Like, why do we have to generalize, you know, in that world?
I think the problem is with the audience and the people around in that environment, right? Because at the end of the day, like, all the women who are at the top, like, their managers are most likely men. People on their team are most likely men. They're the ones choosing these women. So
that's a big reason why I came on this podcast, though, because, like, you're a female, and big up yourself, because, like, I love that you're doing your thing.
Thank you.
And it's dope to see a woman like talking her shit.
Right?
Yeah.
And do you feel like because you're not like sexualizing yourself onto that point that it's affected your music career?
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because back when I first started, my shit was a lot more ass in the face, titties, and you know what I'm saying, like bounce, pussy, riot. I sexualized myself because I am a sexual person, and I think that you're allowed to express that, right?
Yes.
And I got a lot more. If I post a nude, like you saw my little thirst trap last night, I get a lot more views on that shit, and that's what pisses me off. You know,
tell me about it.
But and like guys were even messaging about me this last video that like is a deep video. I'm talking about deep shit. They're like, where are the titties at? Blah blah blah. It's like, and they're disappointed, and there's such a standard image that a female rapper is supposed to look like Nicki Minaj, you know, Cardi B, all that shit. Yeah. And that's why I want to stay in my own lane and be different. And I think that's the biggest thing about being an artist is having that authenticity of your being yourself and like doing different shit, you know?
Just knowing who you are.
Right. And no offense to those girls. Like if you want to show your ass, your tits, like go for it. Like, and I'm all for that.
It's fun too.
I do it too. But I mean, I'm a tomboy too. I like get a girl that can do both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But we just don't have to categorize ourselves into one category.
Right.
Which is like ass and titties and that's it.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, we got ass and titties.
Like all the guys up there aren't even, they're all right.
But yeah,
right?
and that's the other thing too.
People
it's
focus
like,
on their art.
Right. But even guys, like the guys have the same, you know, bullshit as well that they deal with. And I know, and the problem is that they say, oh, girls, like you have to work hard as men and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, like, look at how many girls, the percentage of women compared to men, like, of course we do.
Of course.
Like, there's a huge gap in how many people, if we were still even, it'd be a different story, you know?
Absolutely.
So get out there and rap. Girls.
And on that note, what do you think needs to change about the industry right now?
I think that the circus and, like, bullshit like that, like, not really focusing on talent anymore is annoying. And, like, it's all about the gimmick. And I mean, the industry's always been like that, but I don't know if you've seen recently on TikTok, like Halsey and all these artists being like, my label won't let me release music unless I go viral and shit. And like, it's true, like labels are like that. And like, that's why I like being independent, because I call my own shots. Yeah. But at the same time, like, I got to pay for everything myself.
Yeah, you got to work harder, right?
You got to work a lot harder, and it's annoying. But
we've seen people do it.
Yeah.
Like Young M.A. She did it. Like, that's someone who's underrated. Like, she literally is not under a contract. Yeah. Like, that's all her. Like, that's hard to do and be that big. Like, that's really hard. Yeah. Russ, that's hard too. Yeah. He's not on the radio, but his streaming alone is just so big. He doesn't need to be.
Totally. Like, those people, like, had the foundation of labels and stuff before, and it, like, jump-started their career.
Exactly.
But that's kind of what you got to do. You kind of be smart with your contracts, first of all. And don't sell your soul away, because it is your soul that you're putting out there, right?
Yeah. And know yourself again, because I've seen so many girls, like, just because there's 1-2 girls up there who got away with getting their body done and becoming famous, that doesn't mean it's gonna happen to everybody.
Right.
Like, I see girls doing it now, and they're still where they're at. They're like, oh, it didn't do anything for me. Right. Like, nowadays, so many people have BBLs and their titties done. That's not enough. That's not enough. Like, you need talent, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I don't know. I've just come to the conclusion that like everyone has their own journey.
Sorry for interrupting. What's a BBL?
Brazilian butt lift. Get your butt done.
Oh, okay.
Those big ass booties.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting.
Brazilian
No,
butt
you're
lift.
allowed to interrupt about BBLs.
Yeah.
We gave you a mic to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Brazilian butt lift. Booty.
Yeah, the booty. But yeah, like be your own person. Like and everyone's journey is different. Like don't sit there and look at this next person and being like get jealous about it. Like because you have your own story and you have your own journey and like you could have something amazing happen to you.
Exactly.
Right? And that was a big thing in the start of my career. I always looked at what everyone else was doing and it really affected my mindset and like put me in this dark place.
Exactly.
So just fucking focus on your own lane.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
In other words.
Yeah.
So what can we expect from you this year?
Oh God.
It seems
this
like
is
you got
my year.
a lot of things cooking.
It's my year. Fam.
I'm excited. Good.
Yeah, 22 is my lucky number.
Ooh.
My dad, his birthday's on the 22nd. He passed away. And 22 has just always been my number. So I'm just hoping that all it takes is one. All it takes is one.
That's true.
Yeah.
And speaking of your dad, sorry to hear about that.
No, dude, it's all good.
Do you feel like he influenced your music?
Of course. Like my dad was a huge Michael Jackson fan. And he always like had the music going and stuff. I was 8 when he passed away. So I didn't have that much time with him. But the memories that I do remember is definitely music. And he was definitely an artsy person with photography and all that stuff. So
That's
following
amazing.
in his footsteps a little bit.
Exactly. Paying tribute with this art that you're creating.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
And I do like I want to one day like just like pay all my mom's bills. Like that's kind of the goal. The goal isn't for me to be famous. It's more to be able to give back to all the people that helped me on this journey. You know?
I love that. I do know. That's what I'm trying to do too.
We'll do it.
We'll do it together.
Manifest that.
Well, I mean, to get to the top, you need a team, right?
Yeah. You just got to surround yourself with people that are, positive and you give what you get, right? And like there's going to be people along the road that definitely stab you in the back, and I've had it many times, but there's also those people that are your ride or dies, and I love those people, so shout out all you, and you know who you are. I don't need to name you all.
And you can see that because you've been through such hard times, that's created your music on a whole different level. Like you have a connection with music that's not just wanting to trap and get money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're doing it, like you said, to just stay sane.
Yeah.
It's therapy, right?
It is, because like honestly, when I stopped for this last little bit, I was a mess.
I feel you.
So I just hope that in these next like 2 years, because I have a lot of material to release, people will hear that and they'll resonate with it, and hopefully if I can help one person, then I did my job.
Exactly. Yeah. And you definitely will do that, because after that one song, I mean, that helped me alone. I was
really?
like, wow,
oh, thank you.
I'm not the only one who's been through fucked up shit, man.
Yeah, man. Everyone.
And still out here, chasing our dream and doing what we love, because that's important.
And you're stunning.
Thank you.
All the cameras, stunning.
But honestly, though, I love that you're also an advocate of doing what you love, because you mentioned that you stopped writing for 2 years and you were a mess. Yeah. And honestly, before I created Bowlznbeatz, I was a mess too, because I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. And that's so important to your mental health, is doing what you love.
Yeah, like everyone has their thing. Some people go to the gym, some people play sports, some people paint, some people... Yeah. I don't know.
People strip.
Yeah, shout out all those girls. Everyone has a thing, right? It's a hobby, and I'm glad that I'm good at it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And when you're good at it, there's nothing left to do but achieve it.
Yeah,
period.
Exactly. Period.
So I can't wait to see what you release. Okay. And thank you so much for being here today. It was an honor. And to everybody watching, go follow her. You know what to do. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good shit. Word on the streets, it's Bowlznbeatz. Bye. Jeez, that was fire.
Was it good?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was some good shit.
I love that. I love when
quality
you can.
content.
I love when you can like just chop
quality content. No small talk.
You don't want small talk.
That's good shit.
Shout out my mom.
Shout out my mom.
Shout out my mom. Shout out my moms.